Hello, everybody out there. Hi. So, last time I streamed this game, it broke me. That's probably the only way to describe it. That's how I have been describing it. Just constantly going up against Gale and losing, getting close to winning a couple of times, but just not being able to finish the fight. I was just getting in a really bad headspace. And yeah, I think I've come to the conclusion that I don't think I like streaming really hard games because they're an experience that I don't necessarily enjoy sharing in this format. I get really hung up on the idea of hitting a wall over and over for a prolonged amount of time, and I don't like presenting that this way. Good thing for me to figure out on the final stream of Dark Souls 3, right? But yeah, it's just maybe with a bigger audience where I wouldn't be so focused on that wall and there'd be other things going on where I can interact more with the audience and whatnot. I don't know, but I let the game suck the soul out of me, and not in the good way. You know, not in the, Anyway. 1 second here. Just gonna check my audio and take a drink. So... okay, I think that sounds pretty good. Time for that drink that I, foreshadowed for you there. There we go. Now, after I ended stream, I immediately went to Rosaria, and I respect. When I say the game broke me, it broke me. And I decided I'm not going to be a magical assassin anymore. I'm not going to do an int build anymore. I'm done. Took everything out of intelligence and put it all into strength and dex and vigor and endurance, vitality, all, I went big and chunky, and I felt bad about that. We've come so far with going so heavy into intelligence, trying to be a sorcerer, turning that into a magical assassin, and powering through. And at the very end, I'm gonna just switch gears. So I felt bad about that. And I decided, well, I'm gonna go back to Rosaria and respec. Back to what I had. But while I was all big and strong, maybe I could knock out some more of the Covenant stuff. Which I finally did. Here's 30 Vertebra Shackles, which I'll have to turn in on a New Game Plus run. So there's that. There's also this. Rosaria was killed, and a Black Eye Orb was left. So we'll do that before we jump into the bosses. But yeah, with my big, strong character build, I could one-hand a Dragon Tooth and put the Crystal Sage Rapier in the other hand, wear my Symbol of Avarice, and, just get that item discovery up, pound out some skeletons in the catacombs, and get those Vertebra Shackles in, a few sessions. Wasn't too bad, surprisingly. And I was getting enough souls to level up, so I was putting some souls into things and rounding stuff out. And then I thought, you know what? What if instead of... You might have noticed already if you looked over to the right side there. What if, instead of respecking, I just gained a whole bunch of levels and rebuilt my intelligence build from those levels? So I got about 46 levels since last stream. Yeah, I pounded that out. I am hopefully very big and strong, and Gale will stand no chance. I can continue to wield one-handed the Dragon Tooth. I can wear big, strong armor. I feel good and strong. You can see how long my health bar is there. All that good stuff. And if you're wondering how I got so many levels and grinded out so many souls, the Winged Knights, as was mentioned to me during a previous stream, they are a very good source of souls, especially when you're wearing the right gear. I was getting 37,000 souls per Winged Knight, and there's 3 of them for each run. So that went pretty darn good, if you ask me. So, yeah, we are as beefy as we're gonna get. I'm back to using my Mail Breaker. I currently have just the regular one on, and I've got the Rotten Pine Resin. I'm all set for fighting Gale. I've got my rings on and everything, all that good stuff. But like I said, we have a killer to kill. So we were going to go see how that works out for us. And we're going to try it with this sword, but I can always switch over to something a little bit better if need be. I also did get some other equipment that I may or may not end up using, depending on how things go. I got the Storyteller's Staff, which is a drop from the Harpy-like enemies that cast those poison clouds. This has a special ability to cast a poison cloud. Might come in handy against a certain jackass boss who is very susceptible to poison. Here's all my Winged Knight halberds from the grinding. Here's all the twin axes from the grinding. I've been selling a lot of them, but I keep getting more. I got the Warden Twin Blades, which is a drop from the Warden enemies a lot earlier on in the game, towards the area where I was talking about skeleton buttholes, if you remember that. So I grabbed this. There's another, the Sellsword Twin Blades, which is an item I apparently picked up, but have nowhere in my inventory. I might have sold it by accident at some point. But what makes these twin blades so darn appealing is they're not the slowest weapon, and they have the two-handed ability where you get in multiple hits because you're hitting with both swords. Do you see I put the poison ability on it, so maybe if I need it, I can do a lot of good poison build-up on Gale and do a lot of hits at the same time. It also has an inherent bleed ability that might get some use. And like I said, I got this because I apparently did not have the other twin blades, which people say are very, very good. That they make the game very, very easy. And had I kind of realized that, maybe I would have used them if I didn't accidentally sell them at some point. I don't know when that was, but I don't have them. And where you get them, it's already gone. So I picked them up at some point, I just don't have them anymore. So like I said, I got a couple of things like that. I also got a ring. The Speckled Stone Plate ring. This was in the Smoldering Lake, where the ballista is, that big-ass thing that fires the 3 bolts in a row. there's a wall that you can break with the ballista, and the ring's behind it. So I had to go back through there, turn the ballista back on, and then get it to break that wall down for me. I also got a couple of +3 rings here that helped with getting items and getting souls. These were in the dreg heap. And just one more thing here. The fire stone plate ring that I'm missing. I went and I looked for it. The location where it's supposed to be. Not there. So I either picked it up and somehow sold it, or it dropped and I didn't pick it up and it doesn't respawn. So that solves the mystery on where you get the fire stone plate ring. It's, I just don't have it. And I kind of wish I did against bosses that use a lot of fire, but so be it. See if there's anything else. I don't think there is. I just did a little bit of cleaning up here and there, finding some things, tying up some loose ends. Oh yeah, I now have 15 Estus flasks. I was missing a shard. I got that shard. So now we have the max amount of Estus that we can possibly have. As you can see, they're all in health, because I don't really think we're going to be needing it for magic for the rest of the game. But we'll see. We can change over as need be. So we are going to find the Aldrich bonfire. This area is where the eye stone will respond. If I go up here, according to what I read, at least. Hopefully it didn't lie. But we're trying to find Rosaria's killer. There we are. So now we can go into our inventory and use it. And we will invade. This is very similar to something from Dark Souls 1. Even right down to the location. Although that was a little bit earlier that that stone did its thing. But still in Anor Londo. Let's see.
Well, never expected to see you here. Felt sorry for the poor thing in all her festering glory. And now you want to ravage her soul as well. I sowed the seeds, I'll prune the mess. I, Leonard, swear so upon my vows to the goddess.
Oh, okay. They are magical as well. Oh, they
spoil her soul.
They got some good health.
No beast wrapped in human skin.
I should be able to tank a lot of this and just kind of brute force this. Oh, okay, you got that. You know what, I'm curious on how you'd feel about this. Oh, crap. I was trying to roll away, but we do know that we can poison at least, so that's good. Now, I did not get my other stats all the way back to where they were. My faith stat is down to its default at 7. My attunement is a few points shorter than it was before my respec. I think I was up to 27, and I'm at 22. But that's minor. We got our intelligence back to 50, and that's really all that matters. So now, let's see if we can try this out and see how we feel about this. And then if this doesn't work and we get another chance to fight, we'll go for the real big boy.
Well, back for more, are you? Vicious one, aren't you? I knew it all along. And now you want to ravage her soul as well.
Apparently I met this guy at Rosaria's chamber.
You'll run free no more.
But I don't really remember much about that. And about like what kind of story plot line there is for this guy. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, okay. So that's what twin swords are like, everybody. I'm going to be very surprised if I don't beat this game tonight. This is the last Dark Souls stream, whether we win or lose, because I just can't keep doing this. But I put in the effort to absolutely give it my all. I've been grinding many, many days here. Made sure I was big and strong, made sure I had good equipment. Basically what you do in a game is if you're stuck on something, you try to analyze it and develop new strategies and maybe get some different equipment. You change things up. But in the midst of everything, like when you're in the middle of streaming, it's kind of hard to do that, especially when you're doing a fairly blind playthrough of the game. I don't necessarily want to stop everything and go look at the wiki and read this and that, or look up videos and stuff like that. I'm playing the game. But, like I said, when I wasn't playing the game and I could kind of find these things out, then we're able to make adjustments. I don't know what this does. I don't know why I did this. Because I could still do these things with Rosaria dead. I did not get any reward for doing this. Nothing appears to have changed. Well, we'll see what I should have done another time. That's what I'm talking about. It's just in the moment, trying different things, not knowing what the repercussions are going to be. Going back to the vertebra shackles there. That's for a covenant that I cannot get on this run. Because going through this game blind like I did, there are 2 opportunities to unlock that covenant, and I screwed up both of them. So, that's where we're at with that. Now it's time to give this a shot. Wasted about 20 minutes doing some talking, doing one last side quest I was aware of. If everything goes super great, this might not be a long stream. So I just want to make sure that there's, you know, some things going on. That I can provide a little bit more information about things and just, you know, fill up some time without actually, like, throwing for content or anything silly like that. Hello, Burz Molly. You're here for attempt number 1 of a new day. I'm feeling good, much better than I was last week. I hope you're doing good tonight, and thank you for cheering me on. We are stronger. We're smarter. We've got all kinds of new toys to play with if need be. Oh, I didn't roll early enough. That's fine. Look at all our health. We're doing good. I also have a ring on that will get me more health with my Estus. So they go a little bit further than they were. I gotta actually remember how this guy fights. We do have the poison on him. Really want that next phase. There we go. Okay. Okay, we got the poison on him again. Okay, get away a little bit. Okay, perfect time for that. Okay, wait. We got the poison on him again. Oh dear. Come on. There we go! First try tonight. That's all it took, was just another 40 plus levels of grinding that out. How about that? I didn't even get to try my other stuff. Where even are we here in this fight? This is, I think I mentioned this last time. This seems like a remnant of a Firelink Shrine. And these were the thrones for the Lords of Cinder around here. And is it this? One of the strategies that I read, and you might have told me about this, Burzmali, last time, was utilizing these walls that Gale can get hung up on them and like chase you around them and stuff, and you can apparently use poison, and you can use poison in the form of the Storyteller's Staff to create a little cloud and poison him, and then just keep running around and let that chip away at his health. So that was one potential strategy that I was going to look at if need be. And then the other potential strategy was going with my twin blades there. But we didn't need either of those. So beautiful. Changing things around a little bit, having some more health, some more stamina, doing more damage. It all adds up. I know a couple of levels here and there don't seem to make a big difference, but 40 plus levels certainly do. Where is this? Okay. Yeah, I also learned that Osiris, the Dragon Man, there's apparently a spot to get him hung up on a wall, and you can tear away at him while he's just stuck on that. Now we do have, is it a key item? Blood of the Dark Soul. And we give this to our painter friend. Who's fine with everything being on fire, I guess.
My thanks, Ashen One. With this will I paint a world. Please tell me thy name. I would name this painting after thee. My thanks. I will paint a world of that name. 'Twill be a cold, dark, and very gentle place. And one day, it will make someone a goodly home. I wonder when Uncle Gale intends his return.
Well,
I hope the new painting will be to him a gentle home.
yeah, about that.
My thanks I will assure of a call one day. My thanks I will of a one.
Painting with blood turned brown in like 5 minutes. It's going to literally look like shit. Well, it's magic blood, right? It's all good. We are pretty close to having enough to level up again. and I do want to do that just so I don't have an abundance of souls to lose. So, I'm going to just do 1, maybe 2 runs of what I was doing to get souls. Just for the heck of it, and show you what I was doing. So it's this one. I need my pyro flame on as soon as I find it amongst everything. I'm a hoarder in this game, what can I say? And then we get this staff here. The Mendicant staff. This drops from the mages, the serpent mages in Archdragon Peak. It's apparently a very rare drop, and I got it on my first attempt. So, lucky me. And then we want to put on this helmet. We're at 93%. Oh dear. Just remember, I like Morn's armor, I guess. See if we can find something that's... I'm surprised. I don't remember what I would have done to get that high. Oh, that's... I don't think I was using this weapon, actually. Now that I think about it. I was using Flamberge that I infused with Dark. There we go. Alright. We're going to a place, if I can just remember which one. Grand Archives. And this should be all the gear. We have the helmet, the ring, the staff. Oh, the shield. I need a shield. Need to change my shield out. We're looking for the Shield of Want. It's not too far here. There we go. Report is a pyromancy spell that charms certain enemies, and it works on these big-ass knights up here. Problem is, the big-ass knights are big-ass knights. This is the wrong stairs. Gonna go this way. Also, while I'm at it, I'm going to... Don't think I need... I do need that. Okay. I was gonna put on my Walk Quietly ring, but we'll give this a try without it. So they're up there. They come down, and the first one we can target, we hit them with that spell, and we get out of the way. Put on our shield so that we get the bonus. Now, the one that we charmed is the one with the twin axes, and it's fighting the one with the halberd. 9 times out of 10, the one with the halberd wins. So, case in point. They are fine at the moment, which means we can try targeting them and getting the spell off. It worked. So now we put back on our shield, we get out our Flamberge, and we just get rid of the rest of their health. Switch back to the staff. 37, almost 38,000 souls per one of these guys. Then we charm this. And we just go ahead and wail on them. It's not magic assassin, but it's magic adjacent, being a pyromancer. Switch back to the staff before they die, and boom. Nice. And you get Titanite shards, you get Titanite chunks, you get weapons to sell, you get blessed gems, all good stuff. Now, I think that should be enough to level up. Go ahead and we'll bone home. And we'll take this helmet off afterwards. So that's what I was doing for a couple of sessions, like 2 or 3 of them, and that's how I got the bulk of my 40-ish souls. And where is my best friend's helmet? No. There we are. I'm honoring Lap. I'm honoring Patches by wearing the helmet. We can now get rid of those, and we'll put back on the Crystal Mailbreaker. We'll take this off, and we'll put back on the Estus Ring. And we don't need these. So I'm going to put back on the Steel Protection one, and what was the last one that I was using? Actually, let me put this here, because the last ring might be interchangeable. I think I might have just been using this for the HP and stamina. There we go. Level up.
Welcome, husband.
One last time.
Very well then taken.
And we'll just put it into Vigor. Get a nice 40 on that.
Farewell, maiden.
Don't think there's anything that I need to buy from anybody. Where's Molly, if you're still here? One quick question. After beating the game, do I automatically go into New Game Plus, or can I continue to run around in this current iteration before going into New Game Plus? Because there's some people that I maybe might want to kill. And get their goodies. Oh, speaking of goodies, well, oh, you're going to go check? Thank you, I do appreciate that. While you do that, I'm going to go see if I can get anything from Gale's soul here.
Aha, so.
I can get his great sword. Or his crossbow. I think I would like the greatsword.
Treat the Firekeeper not with discourtesy. She is much like thee. Prisoners both, kept to link the fire.
Okay. That's right, I have eyes that I could give her, but we're not going to do that this time. Okay, thank you very much for that information. That means I can do this, offer the Cinders of the Lord. And that should be everybody. Yeah, we got that, which I think this is Aldridge. Yorm, Lothric Prince, the Abyss Watchers. Oh, here, she's ready.
The 5 lords thanks to thee, most worthy of lords. Ashen One, with the lords as thy witness, bend thy knee afore the bonfire's coiled sword, and let the lord's embers acknowledge thee as their true heir, a true lord, fit to link the fire. Ashen One, may I pose thee a question? Has the little Lord Ludleth spoken to thee of any curious matters? I sense that he possesseth some knowledge of a thing once most precious, or most terrible, now lost to the Firekeepers. Pray tell, is it a matter of which I should be apprised?
I think she's talking about the eyes.
Ashen One, may I pass the eyes of a thing, pray?
Yeah. We're not giving them to her on this run. And in the future, I might do that as one of the endings. But the ending we're going for is usurping the flame. Because that's apparently something that I stumbled upon this whole time. These dark sigils, we got a bunch of them for leveling up with Yol, the Pilgrim. And then we married our dark sigils with... Oh, why can't I remember their name? Our husband. We killed the guy in Enerlando, and we got his dark sigils. So we are all set to usurp the flame by doing those steps, which I just kind of stumbled upon, but it's not the easiest thing to do, I guess. So I'm gonna stick with that. Okay, here we go.
Noble lords of Cinder,
Aww.
the fire fades. And the lords go without thrones. Surrender your fires to the true heir.
Oh, I should probably look up how to actually usurp the flame, huh? While this is going on. Honoree was the name, apparently. Okay. So she's got the fire, she's giving it to us.
Let her grant death to the old gods of Lordran, deliverers of the first flame.
Kiln of the first flame. So we've gone to a new place. Before we do that, I am gonna go back to Firelink Shrine, just to make sure I've got all the steps in place. I take it Ludleth is now gone. There might actually be an item up there, now that I... I'll be damned. Okay. Skull ring. What is this? Easier to be detected. I don't want that. That's the opposite of what I like.
Ah, there you are. I am pleased to have a...
Learned all the pyromancies. Don't think there's anything else.
Heed my words of fear, the home of pyromancy. Undoubtedly, it behooves to say that the... Heed the unbelief.
Okay, nothing new there. One loose end, now that I think about it, is the sorcerer.
One can be... Oh, I'm... Oh, no matter. It only demonstrates them, and besides, it will not change my... Oh, no, it will...
Just seeing if anybody's got anything new to say. And I gotta look that up, too. That's gonna be the last news
That
end.
is good. What needs... There are two ways. We'll bring it...
Okay, nothing new there.
Ah, thine heart is fixed upon the linking of the fire. But, brave usurper, I prithee, wrest the flame from its mantle, so that we hollows, in most honest shape of man, may have it for our own. Oh Lord, and I prithee, when the moment the age of fire was founded by the old gods, that the gods are no more, and our Lord of Hollows. Oh Lord, I went the other path.
Okay, that's all good. I can't remember what the guy's name was, which is always good. I want to say Orbeck? Does that sound about right? It is. Okay. So the quest line... Okay, there's nothing else to really be done there. I can just go find his body and collect his ashes. So that's not a big deal to me. We can just do that later.
Ah, Ashen One. Bring, what is it?
Let's see if you have anything new. Okay. Oh, wait. No. Oh, here we go. A Titanite slab. I definitely want to buy that. So we have that for the future.
Ashen One.
I had just enough souls for it, too. Okay, here we go. Enough stalling. It's time for the final area, the final fight. Don't know if there's any items to be found in this place. Not even 100% oh. Okay, so probably go through those doors, huh? Or that archway. Looks like a lot of stuff is blocked off. So there's no upper level to go check out or anything. Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any goodies hidden there. Really? With the bonfires? Oh! I did not read what that said. I thought it was just lighting another bonfire, which was 3 feet away from the last bonfire. There's precedent for that in this game. This is taking me somewhere. I see. Now, hold your horses with this. Travel to Dreg Heap. Okay. So that's a DLC one. This looks like the Dreg Heap. Doesn't it? Like all the stuff collapsing into ashes? Combination of like the Dreg Heap and the remnants of Firelink Shrine or the Cemetery of Ash. I heard a noise. Confidence required ahead. Oh! I don't actually think I see anything down there except for that message. I don't trust it. I hear a sound again. This is it. The Soul of Cinder. Apparently can't get backstabs. Oh. Dang it, I thought I could get a critical. Whoa! Second phase. Did your sword get longer? I can't read what you said. 1 second. You were pissed when he was cut from the sequel. Good to see you weren't the only one that was fond of it. I can't think right now what you're referencing. I don't even remember what I said 10 seconds ago. Okay, you know what? feeling overconfident. Oh, that's a neat trick. What happened? Why aren't you dead? Okay. I was being way... Okay, I see what... I see. I see. So here's what I do want to do, though. You might see what I want to do already, but we started this game as a sorcerer. I want to finish this game as a sorcerer. Oh, a Cinder from Killer Instinct, I see. Yeah, no, I didn't quite get the reference. I'm sorry about that. Alright. Put this on here. By the way, I now have over 99 embers because the skeletons I was farming vertebra shackles from also dropped those, so we are in good shape. I'm not totally committed to this, but we'll see how it plays out. Oh. And I do realize that I am... Oh. I'm lacking in my Ashen Estus. That's a tricky attack. Can't seem to roll. Oh, nice. Oh, not as nice. Okay. Okay, phase 2. Oh, gee, can I cannot see what's going on. Ah. I feel like I'm just completely stun-locked. Like, all these attacks that I'm just taking the hits on, it's because I'm not able to roll. And maybe I'm not paying attention to my stamina or something. Like, all this, nothing. Oh, that's how that works. Okay. Well, we did it, I think. Unless there's another phase. Well, I used magic for the start of the fight, at least, until I ran out. I mean, that counts for something, right? We went into this, a sorcerer, a magic assassin, we gave it the good fight. I feel good about that. I feel like we finished this game as the magical assassin we were meant to be. Now, always makes me laugh. To usurp the flame, I'm just double checking, because I just want to make sure I'm doing everything right. Touch the fire. All right. Am I right in feeling like that fight was significantly easier than Gale? And even like Frida. It's almost like the DLC was meant for playing after you beat the base game, as opposed to being something like that could be integrated into the game. Because that felt way harder than this. Like, this felt so easy I was screwing around during the damn fight. So... Now, is that Yuria and The Firekeeper?
Gracious Lord, make
No, that wasn't a Firekeeper. Didn't have the super long hair. But I think it was somebody who was like Yuria. That should be the Usurper of Fire ending. 3+ years in the making, we've finally beaten Dark Souls 3. So, heck yeah. I can talk a little bit more about my thoughts on this game. I've been pretty salty throughout the whole experience. It never gelled with me. I never clicked with it. And that stinks. I remember when I got Demon's Souls for PS3. Everybody was talking about this game being so great and awesome. Hard but fair, such and such. And I got it and I started playing it and I was like, I don't get this game. It's not clicking with me at all. I feel like everybody played a trick on me to get me to buy this game. That is just a big joke. And I felt like I fell for it. And people were like, well, it's not for everybody. That's totally fair. You might want to try this or that. And people tried to maybe better explain the game to me and the experiences they were having with it. And I kept at it. And eventually, it all clicked. Like, I really understood what the game wanted from me. And I was able to give it to the game. And I had a lot of fun with that game after that initial bad feeling. And I got Dark Souls 1, and I had a lot of fun with that. And Dark Souls 2, I think I had a lot of fun with that. Demon's Souls and Dark Souls 1, I didn't do videos or streams for. This was in the before times, in the long, long ago. But Dark Souls 2, I did streams for. They're up. You can watch them. I think I enjoyed a lot of that game. I think there was some things where I had trouble with it, where there was more of an emphasis on multiple enemies, facing off against multiple enemies at once. There were some fights that were kind of tough and annoying. But I never felt really down on the game. I don't recall. I could be wrong. You can go and check and call me on that and say, well, actually, you called this game a huge piece of shit and you wanted everybody to die that made it. I don't know. I do remember that there were some really bad areas, like Shrine of Amana and stuff like that. But I liked a lot of that game, I think. Demon's Souls eventually clicked with me. Dark Souls eventually clicked with me. I had struggles with, and I found something that worked for me in playing that game. Same with Dark Souls 2. I found something that worked for me in playing through that game. Dark Souls 3, I never found anything that I felt fit the proper way. That it just never clicked with me. With how fast the enemies were, and with how bad poise seemed to be with this game, the experience came down to enemy hits me faster than I can get an attack off. I get staggered, I get followed up on and beat the crap out of, and die over and over, and it never felt good. That's why so much of this damn game, I'm using the Mailbreaker because it's one of the fastest weapons in the game. It's also very weak, but I can get an attack off before the enemy does. I went into this wanting to be a sorcerer and casting spells, and I could never cast a spell fast enough to get it off before an enemy closed the distance and hit me and staggered me. if I did get a spell off, they would dodge it. Things like that. And that just felt bad. And playing with this really weak weapon, I mean, it got me through the game, ultimately, but it never felt right. Like, it never felt like, oh, this is how you're meant to play the game, using one of a very small handful of weapons that are fast enough to attack somebody with. So, it ended up being a frustrating experience, more so than I really wanted. Have I considered that I may be getting old? Yes, but at the same time, I don't think that's really the case here. I'm also sweating. I'm going to turn on a fan here. You might get a little bit more noise now, but oof, I'm hot after that. I just think that this game, I just never gelled with it the way that... I could never figure out how it wanted me to play it, I guess. And I know I shared those complaints a lot throughout this experience. I was very salty throughout this experience. If you took a drink every time I complained about how fast the enemies are, you would have died from alcohol poisoning twice over. And, yeah. I think I will appreciate this game more once I now have the opportunity to see other people's experiences with it. Maybe I can learn a bit more about the lore behind the game and the characters and locations. That's stuff that I really appreciated about the first game and about the second game as well. So I don't hate this game. If I hated this game, we wouldn't be seeing the credits right now. But it was a very frustrating experience for me from beginning to end. And it beat me down and it broke me. But I picked the pieces up and I've come out the other end and I feel good about being able to do that. But I'm also glad that this is finally freaking over. We're not doing Journey 2 right off the bat, like you said. Begin Journey 2 in current state? No. I will continue to play this game on my own time, going through New Game Plus and getting the remaining trophies. I think I'm in a good position to run through the game and get things that I didn't get last time and all that stuff. I mean, I'm almost freaking soul level 200. So I should be strong. I know in New Game Plus the enemies get stronger, but I should be okay. And with not streaming it, I will not feel as bad about hitting walls over and over. Because it's all just for me and not anyone else.
I'll line up, but so that we... Honorable you, so that we...
But I'm glad it's over. I did have fun with the game. Like I said, if I didn't like the game, I wouldn't have gone into it with all this business. We wouldn't have come as far as we did. But I would say I've enjoyed all the previous Souls games more than this one. We will see what happens with Bloodborne. I don't know if I will stream that game or not. I may just play that on my own time. At the beginning of the stream I said, I don't think I like streaming these games the way that I am, with the way everything currently is. Because I don't like being frustrated, and I don't like doing streams where I'm hitting a wall for 2 hours. And I feel like Bloodborne might be another situation like that. Dark Souls 2 was sort of a situation like that. Hollow Knight was sort of a situation like that, but they weren't like... I don't know, I just feel like I want to kind of shift away from playing these kinds of games on stream and go back to things that are maybe a little bit more fun and able to make more progress in a stream, you know? That's just where I am on that. We'll see.
Disclose your heart.
Oh, you don't drop anything. Interesting. As you see, I'm cleaning out Firelink Shrine. You know, getting all of the... Where's my pyromancer? There you are. Just getting the last few items. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. You... That was unexpected.
I can't complain. This old revelry had to end.
Just getting some more little goodies here. That was interesting that he actually did become hostile. Nobody else did so far.
Thank you ever so much for your touch.
Another thing that really kind of dampened my mood on everything was my internet issues. Tower key. Oh, interesting. Oh. I already have the tower key. But yeah, I had some internet problems that caused me to stop streaming completely during the middle of this game. And I ended up taking a very extended break away from not just streaming, but from this game. And that maybe just caused things to be a little bit more frustrating for me because, like I said, this is like 3+ years in the making, me finally finishing this game. But I don't know, just I don't think I have anything else left to say about this game. Except I love patches.
Oh, hello again. Can't resist it. Wait.
I do love
Can't
patches.
find anything in? Oh, you
Everybody else hates them, but I love them. And I feel really bad about what I'm about to do. Oh, you got hostile too.
I knew something. Well, now it's my turn. I'm Why me? Why me?
Now the only people left are the maiden and the firekeeper. So this is a slightly shorter stream, which is fine. I do think I will be back in the near future. Oh, you don't drop anything. And I don't expect you to drop anything either. I don't even expect you to drop or die. We need you. I'll be damned. Maybe if I, like, reload the area or something. But that's gonna do it, I think. Please stick around for a little raid. I think I know exactly who we are gonna go see. But thank you for sticking it out with me on this game. We'll be back to streaming something else very soon. Congrats on finishing. Sorry to hear it wasn't as enjoyable of an experience as earlier titles. You know you have a limit for Souls-likes yourself. And I know that these games aren't for everybody, and maybe I am getting old. I'm a crotchety old man. But, I'm not throwing in the towel just yet on playing difficult games. I need something a little bit lighter, a little change of pace. So we've got a Hat in Time DLC that I think we are gonna jump into next time I stream. And we also have the Cube 2 DLC, which I will be jumping into probably after Hat in Time. I'm told that the DLC for Hat in Time is not that long. I also don't expect the DLC for Cube 2 to be that long. And I think that's it for Loose Ends. For streaming. At some point, I do think I want to do Observer again. That might be good to do around Halloween, or maybe further down the line. They came out with a special edition of the game that has more content. So I would get that and just start over from the beginning. I don't even really remember too much of the game anyway. But yeah, just a couple streams of DLC for some games, and then I will be thinking about what to do after that. I have some ideas, but nothing too concrete just yet. I was thinking of doing some things like some retro games, possibly with retro achievements connected to them. There might be some other things that I'm interested in playing. But we'll see. We got time. If this is done, this was the big thing for me. I feel really good about that. And I love you. So I will see you next time. Mwah. Bye-bye.